Welcome to Fractured Chaos.
You ever look someone dead in the eye while they chew the sandwich you made for yourself with your ingredients in your kitchen, and they have the nerve to moan like it's a 5-star meal? Yeah, that's how I found out that Kayla was stealing my lunch, and not just once. Every single day, she'd do it like it was tradition, like my Tupperware had her damn name engraved in gold on the lid. And the best part? When I finally confronted her, this girl looked me in the face, chomping on my damn grilled chicken wrap, and said, "Oh, my bad, Cedric, I thought that was for everyone." Now here's the thing. I work in one of those open-plan offices. You know, the kind where the break room is basically a fridge, a microwave, and someone's forgotten divorce mug that's been there since the Clinton administration. So when my lunch started disappearing every day, I thought I was going crazy. At first, I blamed the new intern. This kid looked like he hadn't eaten since high school graduation. Then the janitor. Then I thought maybe I was forgetting to bring it entirely. Gaslighting myself, basically. But no. I'd make my lunch every morning at 6 a.m. Turkey and Swiss on sourdough, sometimes leftover pasta from dinner. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. I'd write my name on the container in black Sharpie like I was back in elementary school. Cedric, in all caps, underlined twice. Fat lot of good that did. Then one day, I walked in early from a client meeting and caught Kayla, Miss I only eat vegan unless it's free, with my BBQ pulled pork sandwich halfway down her throat. And she had the nerve to laugh. "Oh, come on, Ced, you're a good cook. Be flattered." Like I was Gordon Ramsay, and she was doing me a favor by taste testing my amateur hour cooking. I just stood there, watching her finish my sandwich, watching her lick BBQ sauce off her fingers. My BBQ sauce, the kind I drive 20 minutes out of my way to buy because it's the only brand that doesn't taste like liquid disappointment. So I said nothing. I just smiled, nodded, walked back to my desk. And that's when I decided I'm done being the nice guy. Next day, I packed lunch like usual, but this time, I added a little seasoning. Milk of magnesia, clear, odorless, tasteless. Just a dash, mind you. I'm not a criminal. Yet, I labeled it extra clearly this time. Cedric's lunch, do not touch, in red marker. Because if someone's gonna steal from me, they're gonna read my name while they do it. And what do you know? Right on cue, around 12:30, Kayla vanishes from her desk, clutching her stomach like she just ate Taco Bell in a war zone. She doesn't come back for 2 hours. I'm thinking perfect, problem solved. She learned her lesson. But here's where it gets weird. She doesn't stop. The girl keeps stealing my food. Every time I spike it, she still eats it like she's into it. Day 2, X-Lax brownies, gone in 30 minutes. Day 3, fiber gummies crushed into taco meat, demolished. Day 4, I soaked tea bags in laxative tea, then used that tea to make iced tea for my thermos. She drank the whole thing. Each time, without fail, she'd disappear for hours. Come back looking like she'd been through a biblical plague. But the next day, right back at it. 3 days in, I walk into the break room to grab coffee, and I see her scribbling something in this tiny pink notepad, the kind teenage girls use to write about their crushes. I pretend not to notice, but I do. When she leaves for another bathroom emergency, I peek. She's keeping a damn tally. 7 hash marks, 7 stolen meals, each one followed by a little note. Spicy chicken, 2 hours in the stall, solid 7 out of 10. Mac and cheese, heartburn but worth it, creamy, 8 out of 10. Beef chili, do not repeat, but the cornbread was fire, 4 out of 10. She was ranking them, bro, like she was a food critic for Intestinal Distress Weekly. At this point, I start thinking, maybe this girl's playing me, like she knows I'm baiting her, and she's treating it like Fear Factor Lunch Edition. So I go darker. I start researching. How much fiber can a human body handle before it becomes a medical emergency? What's the lethal dose of magnesium? I'm Googling things that probably put me on some kind of government watch list. Day 8. Psyllium husk mixed into meatloaf. She ate 2 slices. Day 9. Sugar-free gummy bears, the infamous kind from Amazon reviews, baked into a coffee cake. She had seconds. Day 10. I mixed powdered magnesium into hummus and paired it with the spiciest hot sauce I could find. Carolina Reaper-level heat. And every time, she'd still eat it. Still make eye contact with me from across the room, smiling like the Joker while she bit into my damn sandwich. But here's what really got me. She started leaving reviews, not in the notebook anymore. Actual sticky notes on my desk. Yesterday's chili gave me life, and then took it away. More cumin next time. The brownies were a religious experience. I saw Jesus. He was laughing. Whatever you put in that hummus, I haven't been the same since. In a good way, I think. So I left a note inside one of my sandwiches. Keep stealing my lunch and you'll be eating dinner through an IV. Next day, she took it anyway, ate the whole thing, and left a sticky note behind. Make it spicier next time, and maybe add some of those little pickles, the tiny ones. They're cute. Cute. She called my pickles cute while literally poisoning herself with my food. So I did what any petty man with a grudge and a Ring doorbell camera would do. I borrowed my neighbor's old nanny cam, one of those tiny things you can hide anywhere, and tucked it behind the almond milk in the office fridge. Every lunch hour, I'd review the footage like I was a detective solving a cold case. CSI stolen sandwiches. And you know what I saw? She had a whole routine. She'd open the fridge, look at everybody else's lunch, Jennifer's sad salad, Marcus's leftover pizza, Susan's yogurt that expired in 2019. Then she'd go straight for mine, like it was her personal delivery service. Like DoorDash, but with more gastrointestinal consequences. But here's the kicker, she'd talk to it. "I'm back, baby," she whispered to a turkey wrap. Called it Cedric Jr. "Daddy Cedric's been cooking again," she said to a container of pasta salad. "Let's see what surprise he left for us today." She had pet names for my food. Pet names. The woman was having full conversations with my lunch like it was her therapy session. "You know what, Mr. Sandwich? Today was rough. Karen from accounting made me redo the quarterly reports 3 times. But you understand me." Then she'd take a bite, pause, and add, "Oh, that's the good stuff. Cedric's getting creative with his revenge seasoning." Revenge seasoning, she had a term for it. So I decided to get creative with my revenge. I planned a little team bonding event. Office potluck, everyone brings a dish. I sent out the email myself, made it sound mandatory. Building workplace relationships through shared culinary experiences or some corporate nonsense like that. Except me, I didn't bring food. I brought a projector, and I waited. Waited until everyone had eaten. Waited until Kayla went for seconds of Janet's casserole. Then I dimmed the lights. "Hey everyone, I thought we could end the potluck with a little entertainment, a short film I've been working on." And I hit play. 6 minutes of glorious, high-def fridge thievery. Set to classical music, Vivaldi's 4 Seasons. I thought the dramatic violins really captured the emotional journey of lunch theft. The whole office watched in silence as Kayla performed her daily ritual, opening containers, tasting, talking to my food like it was her firstborn child. When the lights came back on, you could hear a pin drop. 23 people staring at Kayla, who was still holding a forkful of Janet's tuna casserole. "I swear to you," Kayla slow clapped. Dead serious. Started with one hand slapping the other, then built up to a full round of applause. "Not bad, Cedric," she said, standing up like she was accepting an Oscar. "I was wondering when you'd figure out how to make it entertaining." The whole office was looking back and forth between us like they were watching tennis. Confused tennis where one player was apparently insane and the other was also apparently insane. "I especially liked the part where you zoomed in on my face when I found your special brownies," she continued. "Very artistic. The slow-motion replay of my reaction was chef's kiss." Then she bowed. Actually bowed to the room like she'd just finished a Broadway performance. "Any questions from the audience?" Marcus raised his hand. "Are you okay?" "Never better," Kayla replied. "Cedric and I have what you might call a culinary understanding." Next day, I find a brand new lunchbox in the fridge. Not just any lunchbox, this thing was gold. Actual gold-colored metal with my name monogrammed on top in fancy script letters. Cedric Montgomery Williams, she'd somehow found out my full name. With a sticky note on top, "For Cedric, from your #1 fan and taste tester," I open it. Inside, a sandwich. Looks professional, like something from one of those fancy delis downtown. Turkey, avocado, sprouts, some kind of fancy mustard, smells amazing. And a note tucked beneath the bread. "Don't worry, I didn't add anything to it. Yet." She signed it with a little heart and a smiley face with X's for eyes. So now every day we trade lunches. Unspoken deal. I pack one for me. She packs one for me. We never speak about it directly, but there's this whole elaborate system now. I never eat hers. I'm not stupid. She always eats mine because she's apparently a masochist with expensive taste in lunch containers. But I leave her clues. Cryptic notes tucked into the sandwiches, weird quotes, random facts about digestive health. Like breadcrumbs in a fairy tale if the fairy tale was written by someone with serious trust issues. Today's special ingredient, regret. Fun fact, the human colon can stretch up to 5 feet when necessary. "I dreamed about you last night. You were a sandwich. It was unsettling." And somehow, that keeps her hooked. She collects the notes. I've seen her reading them at her desk, filing them in that pink notebook like they're love letters. Because the game, it never really ended. We just made it mutual. She'll leave responses now, written on napkins tucked into my regular lunch that I actually eat, the one I keep in my desk drawer. "Your subconscious has excellent taste in condiments." 5 feet seems conservative. I've done research. "I dreamed I was a sandwich last night. Still unsettling, but oddly empowering." The whole office thinks we're both certifiable. And honestly, they're probably right. Last week, Jennifer from HR asked if I wanted to file a complaint about the lunch theft. I told her it was resolved through alternative dispute resolution. She asked what that meant. I said, "Mutually assured gastrointestinal destruction." She walked away. But here's the thing that really gets me. I think I look forward to it now. Making lunch isn't just about feeding myself anymore. It's about crafting the perfect combination of flavor and mild intestinal chaos. It's about writing the perfect note that'll make her laugh while she's doubled over in a bathroom stall. It's become performance art. Yesterday, I made a grilled cheese sandwich with ghost pepper jack and a love note that said, "Roses are red, violets are blue. This cheese will melt your face and your stomach too." She left a response. "Roses are red, my stomach's on fire, your cooking skills have taken me higher." The woman wrote me poetry. Poetry! And honestly, that might be the most toxic relationship I've ever had. And I once dated someone who keyed my car while I was still sitting in it. Be careful who you steal from. Some of us pack more than just lunch. Some of us pack a lifetime subscription to chaos, served daily at room temperature with a side of psychological warfare and a note that says, "Enjoy." But sometimes, just sometimes, chaos finds a way to balance itself out. Even if that balance involves 2 adults playing elaborate food-based mind games in a corporate break room. The moral of the story, there isn't one. Sometimes the best revenge is just finding someone equally unhinged to share it with. And sometimes that person buys you really nice lunch containers. Still don't trust her sandwich, though. I'm petty, not stupid.